I've had the pleasure of serving on the King Commission for the past 8 years alongside Director DuShun Scarbrough. DuShun has organized events all across Arkansas, and I can tell you from first-hand experience, this brother performed at the highest level. I was only given that opportunity to serve on the King Commission from the support of my mentor and big brother, Senator Tracy Steele. Tracy is the founder of the STAND Foundation, an organization that focuses on leadership development. We are so blessed to have him in the state of Arkansas as an elder statesman, representing us with style and class. On this stage right now, you're about to see Black excellence at its finest. So for one moment, put down your phones, raise up your hands, and let's give these two great gentlemen a big round of applause.
The first song I'm going to sing is, oh yeah! How's everybody? Happy King Weekend. If we ever needed Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we need him now. But you know, there's a little king in everybody in this room, Johnny Hassan. It's good to see you. It's an honor for me to be a part of the Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. It has been 25 years. 25 years. Of carrying on this legacy, teaching young people about nonviolence, making sure that this legacy never dies. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., because of you and because of the holiday, is more popular today around the world than he was when he lived. And that's a tribute to you for not letting that legacy die. Give yourselves a round of applause. But the holiday won't continue forever unless we continue to support it. Unless we continue to support it. And I want to turn it over now to a young man who picked up that bloodstained banner and continued to move the King Commission forward, doing great programs and great things all over the state of Arkansas. You know, Arkansas is one of the only states left in this country that still has a Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. One of the few. You should be very proud of that. Help me turn it over to your director, DuShun Scarbrough.
Tracy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, we want to thank everybody for coming out. I certainly appreciate you. You guys look so beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause. You know, when I took over the King Commission, and even today, I realized that I have still a lot to feel as far as shoes. Look at that. That was a big feet. You know, it was a big feet. I've had to really feel this man's shoes, and I still have not been able to. You guys realize when he first started the commission 25 years ago, Tracy was given a piece of legislation. Tell me if I'm wrong. A piece of legislation, and basically was given to him by the governor and said, hey, go make this happen. And man, I tell you, you have truly written the blueprint for the largest commission in the United States. And because of you, man, I really appreciate all that you've done for this agency. And to be able to continue sharing the legacy, and you know, my goal has always been to continue to make you proud. And a lot of folks thought when I first took the job that I knew you and I had some kind of connection to, and that's really not true. You know, I was probably more nervous than anything meeting the guy and realizing that, hey, I'm about to
try to push forward something that Tracy Steele, legendary Tracy Steele, has made one of the biggest successful Martin Luther King commissions in the world. And so I can't tell you that I wasn't afraid. I can't tell you that I wasn't scared. And even today, not only with Tracy, but let me ask each one of my commissioners to stand. If you guys would stand. Give them a round of applause. What we do is sheer excellence. It's important that to maintain integrity, to keep these individuals' names out the paper in a negative way, and to me that's so important. I remember when I first came in office, good friend Broadway Joe, he asked me, but give him a round of applause. Broadway, you remember our first conversation? Broadway said, I'll never forget, what you gonna do? That made me even more afraid. So I'm gonna go back to Florida. But, having both of them as mentors in my ear constantly for the last 10 years has been truly amazing. A lot of people, didn't get my vision at first. Times when I wanted to go to Harrison, and they thought I was crazy. Oh, I was crazy. But but at any rate, it worked, and we did it twice and became one of the biggest success programs ever, and made worldwide news. And it really solidified by putting Martin Luther King Commission on the map. But man, I don't want to bore everyone here, but I could not have had the success without having a mentor in my ear throughout all these years. So I mean, I really appreciate everything you've done, being able to call him whenever I needed to, and there's no issue, and him just talking to me without any problems. Does that make you mad sometimes, waking you up? But he's really been there, and we want to maintain a great standard of excellence for this program. So thank you for all you do.
Thank you as well. And I want to say that it's critically important, even this weekend, that we continue to support all of the programs that the Martin Luther King Commission sponsors. It is a statewide commission, continues to get funding. We have to fight every legislative session to continue the funding, but something happened special this legislative session. Every year we used to have a tradition of saying, well, this is the biggest Martin Luther King Commission holiday in the history of the commission. We say it every year because every year would get bigger and bigger and bigger. But we can truly say that this year, because this year is the first year that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. does not have to share his holiday with anybody. It's all by himself, the way it should be, it should have been. Absolutely. I'll stand for that one. We want to thank those who advocated for that. We want to thank those who advocated for that and who fought for that. We want to thank the governor. We need to make sure we give credit where credit is due. A lot of other governors could have done it. This governor did it. And everybody around the country were looking, because it came at a time where people were talking about all kinds of divisive things, and this legislation passed. And I want to thank the many people in this room who worked hard on that, who came out to the Capitol, wrote letters, and called the Broadway Joe Show. Whatever you did to contribute, I want to thank you, because that really now makes this the biggest and the best moving forward, and I can't thank you enough. So we have a lot of work yet to do. We have a lot of young people, and that's one of the things that we did early on. We were just given that piece of paper, and we talked about, well, how do you carry on the legacy of Dr. King with no money, very little direction? So we brought a group of outstanding leaders together. We
we went to the community and asked people for support. Support us financially. See Dexter Dawn here. Dexter always supported the King Commission. Thank you. And we were able to get that support. We thought if we could focus and impact one area and do it well, we would focus on our young people and teach our young people Dr. King's 6 principles of nonviolence. I learned that at the Martin Luther King Center in Atlanta, Georgia, where DuShun, I had the chance to sit right next to Mrs. Coretta Scott King. And now I think back on those individuals who were at that meeting, the federal Martin Luther King Holiday Commission, and how blessed I was just to be in their presence. And she looked at me, she said, I know it's tough, but she said, Arkansas is doing a good job, and we're very proud of what you're doing. So we can feel good about where we are, but at the same time, we've had work to do. We have work to do in our community. We have work to do in this state. We have much work to do in this nation. And we need to continue to follow the legacy that God blessed us with through Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
And guys, when you hear about it, it's not just Tracy Steele and DuShun Scarbrough. It's Miss Carmen Helton. Stand, please. There we go. Give her a round. That's a Martin Luther King commissioner. Miss Levita Willis Hale, please stand. These are the individuals that helped get it done. Miss Janice Waddy. Y'all continue standing. Now continue standing. Miss Janice Waddy. Miss Elizabeth Johnson. Mr. Andy Montgomery. Demondre Cook. Mr. Gerald Canada. And guys, you got to give a round of applause, our new chairwoman, Miss Sharon Ingram. Thank you guys so much I could not do this without you. A lot of folks don't realize, I'm in their ears all the time. So, it takes a leader, I guess, to have a vision, but I can't execute that vision without those leaders right here that comprise the state of Arkansas. Tracy, now you moved on to the Stand Foundation, but I still get your help every time I need it. But I wanted to give you a little something to take with you as we exit the stage.
Like big something.
Yeah, well, look at I'm gonna ask you, let me hold something after this. Let me hold something. But on behalf of the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission, you have truly been a blessing. I have watched you. I've learned from you. I've been able to see the way that this organization is well respected, and I truly want to continue that same legacy, but I want you to take something forth to your new organization, the Stand Foundation, and seeing how you work with those kids, seeing how you change lives. On behalf of the Arkansas Martin Luther King Commission, I would like to award you a cash gift for $2,000, if you would accept that for me.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me say a little something. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is my passion. When I did leave the Martin Luther King Jr. Commission, we went out and we ventured and started the Stand Foundation, which stands for Strive Toward a New Direction, where we teach individuals about leadership, how important it is to go out in the community and be a trained leader, not to just have a dream, but to be able to know how to make sure you can implement and realize that dream. And to this date, we have impacted all over the state of Arkansas over 1,000 people, and we're very proud of that.